Hi, I'm Will. In Act 5, Scene 1 of a play I wrote once called A Midsummer Night's Dream, there's a message I'd like to unfold for you, since it still holds true today. At the beginning of Act 5, King Theseus is speaking to Queen Hippolyta about the stories they have just heard from the Athenian youths about the magical and romantic adventures that transpired the previous night. They describe everything, just as the audience themselves have seen it in the drama unfolding on stage up to this point. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's a great show. Theseus dismisses as imaginary the lovers' account of their night's experience, saying he does not believe the story, and then he explains why. Queen Hippolyta says to him, "'Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of." To her, Theseus responds, "More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover and the poet are of imagination all compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold, that is the madman. The lover, all as frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt. The poet's eye in fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven. And as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks hath strong imagination, that if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed a bear." Then Queen Hippolyta says, "But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy. But howsoever strange and admirable." Where Theseus mentions lovers and madmen with such seething brains and shaping fantasies, he is pondering the power of imagination, likening it to a force as potent in lovers as in madmen and poets. Some say I created the character of Theseus in order to show how imagination looks from the rational, skeptical point of view, but there is a deeper layer here. Each, in their own right, the lover, the poet, and the madman, sees the world not as it is, but as it could be. The lover, blinded by passion, the madman, trapped in delusion, and the poet, a creator of worlds yet unseen. Through the character of Theseus, I sought to convey the idea that the mind has the power to transform the mundane into the magnificent, and the power to make real what one can only imagine. In the lines about the poet's eye, the poet's gaze transcends the ordinary and crafts reality from the ether of thought. Theseus recognizes that by giving these airy nothings a local habitation and a name, the poet gives thoughts the power of the reality that surrounds us. The words body forth what the imagination sees. But, as Theseus muses, this power is a double-edged sword. Imagination can conjure joys and fears alike, turning a simple bush into a bear in the night. Such is the power of a strong imagination. The pen of the poet makes reality out of such dreams. With it, he pulls the words right out of thin air and makes them real. Do you want proof? That phrase, thin air, did not exist in English before I wrote it down with my quill. Do you see? In A Midsummer Night's Dream, I sought to blur the lines between dream and reality with words that whisk you away to a realm of imagination, to explore the enchanting and often deceptive nature of our own perceptions, and to bring something back. Consider that you, dear viewer, have watched the play up to this point, and have seen the local habitations of all my airy nothings, shapes and forms of things unknown bodied forth. You know, as does Theseus, these dreams are not real. Yet, as Queen Hippolyta notes, if their story is not true, then it is quite strange that all of the lovers manage to narrate the events in exactly the same way. That's real enough, I'd say. Such tricks hath strong imagination.